Hello and welcome to the Sir Davis Wallace Sports Centre here in Loughborough for the Cup Finals weekend. I'm Jess and I'm joined today by Oliver. Oliver, welcome.
Hello, good morning. Nice to be here. Looking forward to this game to start us off in a minute. The under-16 boys final coming up.
Yeah, so we've got Urmston Grammar versus Leeds Gorse for today's first match on court number 1. We also have, if you're interested in watching something different, on court number 2 at 11 o'clock first serve as well is the Sitting Grand Prix, which will be between Sitting Bucks and Help for Heroes. Always a fast-paced game of volleyball over there.
Yeah, I've never actually seen sitting volleyball in person, just on the TV at the Paralympics and such. So it should be exciting.
Yeah, it's a matchup we see a lot between these two teams. It'll always bring a little bit of drama and a little bit of excitement over there. But a little bit of a look ahead for the rest of the day. So here on court number 1, as we said, first serve 11 o'clock for this under-16 boys cup final, followed by the Women's Shield final at 1:30 between Reading Aces and Cambridge Women. And then the headline shows this afternoon at 4:30, expected first serve, the Women's Cup between Mallory Eagles and the Durham Platinets, which will be a battle for sure, followed by the Men's National Cup final between the Mallory Eagles men and the London Giants. So again, two massive battles this afternoon.
Yeah, huge evening coming up. We've seen all of those teams at the Final Four last week. London Giants men looking to do the double, as are the Durham Platinets women, trying to finish their season completely unbeaten, would it be, if they win today?
Yes, it will. In Bucks, the Super League, and of course the Cup. So that is an impressive run.
Presumably no team has ever done that before. Not in recent times. Okay, so we've been told that a couple of years ago Durham women did do the triple, but they didn't do it undefeated. So this would be a first as an undefeated season. Yeah, so huge evening coming up, but the action starts right from early morning here.
Yes, definitely. So we will be here on and off all day on the Volleyball England YouTube channel. You can catch all of the matches live. And so now that we've gone through Court 1 matches for today, Court 2, as we mentioned, starting off at 11 o'clock, the Sitting Grand Prix between Sitting Bucks and Help for Heroes. At 1 p.m., there will be the Sittings Showcase. So if you are here or making your way up to Loughborough today, you can have a chance to try out sitting volleyball. It's always a bit of fun and really gives you an appreciation for just how quick it goes, because it's a smaller court, different setup, different, strategy for how you play. It's really interesting, actually.
Yeah, I've tried it once before. I don't think we got a rally of longer than about, one touch on each side of the net, and that was about it.
It's tough. It's really tough.
You have to think so much more about trying to move to get under the ball, because obviously standing up, your legs sort of do it naturally without you thinking, and you realise you actually have to get right underneath the ball to be able to hit a shot. Yes,
definitely. And then following the Sittings Showcase this afternoon, we will have the Under-16 Girls GP final between Richmond and South Bucks, and that's an expected first serve of 3:30 p.m. Super exciting weekend ahead. But anything in particular that you're looking out for this weekend, Oliver?
Well, I think obviously the two cup finals later this evening are going to be huge, and I'm sure both teams will bring in the noise. But this game upcoming looks like it's going to be an interesting encounter. From what I could find, these two teams played earlier this season, and it was a very close game. Urmston Grammar came out on top, but two very tight sets, so I'm sure today will be no different. And there's already a few drums in the crowd, a few clappers, so I'm sure they're going to be bringing the noise right from the very start this morning. Oh, yes. And if you didn't bring your own clappers, you can purchase them here, the Volleyball England branded inflatable ones. And surprisingly, they make a lot of noise, actually. It is impressive. But there is still a chance to buy some tickets and head down to Loughborough or up to Loughborough, depending on where you're headed from. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. You're going to have a great weekend of volleyball. A great day today, and then there's even more to come tomorrow. So if you are in the area, then Loughborough is the place to be.
Loughborough is indeed the place to be. It's a nice sports hall as well.
Yeah, it's lovely in here.
So you can see that we're now on the serving warm-up. So just after this, the teams will have one final huddle together before we kick off for the first set of the first match of the day. And you're right, it was a tight match between these two squads the last time that they met. I'm sure we'll see some exciting stuff coming. We know that we've got, both of these clubs have a massive junior following, and they do a really great job of developing. We see both Urmston and Leeds at the GP finals most years, in differing groups. But it's exciting for the future of volleyball to see this type of youth development continue on.
Yeah, I mean, Leeds are here 3 times across the weekend, if I'm not mistaken. So they're clearly building a massive sort of hub for junior volleyball up in Leeds. And this team, especially the under-16s, have some Super League pedigree as well in their head coach, who was one of the stars of this year's Super League, Nelson Marangwa.
Yes, and we saw the pain that Leeds went through when Nelson wasn't available for a couple of their matches. And you can see him down there, a towering figure over his players.
Yeah, I have to say, there are some very tall-looking 16-year-olds on both these teams. Number 42 for Urmston Grammar, Jury, particularly. I think he's probably the tallest person here. But I certainly wasn't looking like that when I was 16.
I definitely wasn't either. I mean, not that I'm very tall anyway, but Liberos, let's go. So we're just going to throw up a poll in the chat, so please do fill this in. Who do you think is going to win today's match in the under-16 boys Grand Prix final? Will it be sorry, technical issue. Will it be Urmston Grammar or will it be Leeds Gorse? As the two teams will just meet at the net, shake hands. Referee's just reminding them of the protocols. This is an interesting way to do that. Nope, we're not going to queue up. That's fine. We'll just a gaggle of handshakes.
The poll should be up now for anyone who wants to vote. Oh, straight away, one in for Urmston Grammar.
Ooh, somebody's gone in for Leeds as well.
Do we dare add our own predictions in, or?
Ooh, that's a good question. Who do you think is going to win today?
I'm going to go for Leeds Gorse.
Okay. I'm going to go for Urmston. And you guys can't see JC, obviously, but he's back here saying, Urmston are my boys, so JC is very happy with mine. Let's have one each way.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong as a commentary team.
It sounds like Leeds Gorse have more support in the arena from the cheers just happening, but Urmston definitely winning on the live chat at the moment. Plenty of Urmston fans in watching.
Easy peasy. Interesting commentary. Big up JC. Of course, we all love JC. Sad to say that this is JC's last official event, as we are introducing the starters for Leeds Gorse, starting with their captain, number 1, Finley Wake, followed by number 2, Isaac Dinsdale, number 5, Roman Kurtiak, Number 8, Alex Thacker. Number 9, Theo Hurst. And number 10, Christian Jude. With their starting libero, number 15, Logan Clayforth, who clearly has a fair bit of family here. Heard a lot of cheering.
Man.
And it's nice as well to see that the under-18 Urmston team is at home watching and cheering their team on.
Yeah.
And on the other side, we've got a couple of come on the Leeds, so our poll's getting closer and closer. So starting for Urmston Grammar, we have number 7, their captain, Max Burnside. Number 2, Archie Sutton. Number 3, Kyron Tate Millard. Number 9, Muhal Ngonda. Okay, a little bit of pizzazz coming out on the court with the forward roll. Number 42 that Oliver was just talking about, Samuel Jury. Yeah, he is quite tall for a 16-year-old. Number 44, Sam Khan. And their starting libero is number 18, Joe Cowles. I say starting libero, he is the only libero on their team sheet today, so.
We've got some support coming in for Leeds from Canada, all the way across the Atlantic.
Love to have some fellow North Americans cheering people on over here.
And I'm of course very happy to see the volleyball tree back in place on the scorers table. The ball's just being rolled back out to get ready to begin this game.
I do apologize as well. I've failed to introduce our 2 referees for this match. So we have Alex Kalin as our first referee up in the stand with our second referee, Ruth Bridge. And of course, we do have the technical scoring staff at the scoring table, which is on the end closest to the camera that you guys are looking at right now. And a big thanks to JC for making the graphics for basically, well, for everything, honestly. So everything amazing that happens on the stream, that's all JC, and all of the blabbering on is the rest of us. He's threatening to join the stream. All right, so we're going to have Leeds starting us off to serve. That's a good short serve to start, and it's going to be an ace straight away for Leeds.
Perfect start there for Leeds, exactly what you want. A bit of miscommunication on the Urmston side. Perfect way to settle in there. Ace by Christian Jude.
Jude serves again. Again, targeting Tate Millard. This time they get a much better pass. It goes to the middle. Scramble on the lead side, so that's a good kill for Urmston.
Nice early settlers for both teams here, getting on the board early, exactly what you want in a big final.
Yep, so we've got Tate Millard serving for Urmston. That's a good deep serve. Oh, well left by the lead squad.
Excellent judgment. Two boys were surrounding that ball and both making the correct call to leave it and let it go off the baseline.
Leeds serves again. This is a good pass in, going straight to the outside. What a great shot out deep quarter from Ngonda.
Yeah, I think he's going to be key for this Urmston Grammar side, and key that Leeds don't give him too many chances like that.
Jury to serve for Urmston. Out of system. So it's going to be a free ball. This time out to Sutton on the opposite. Another great cross-court shot.
Oh, it's a net touch, in fact, I think. The point's gone Leeds' way.
Oh, interesting.
No one really noticed that on the court, but
So Captain Wake serves. Again, back to Sutton. This time the block was self-covered, but that's going to be called a lift.
difficult serve there coming in from Leeds, but Urmston just about made the best of it that they could there and coming away with the point.
Yeah. So Sutton to serve now. A little bit of indecision there on the lead side, but I love this stack play. Bit wide of the line there, though. Sutton serves again. Great pass this time. And a one-on-one situation.
Alex Thacker coming in with the kill there. Perfect pass, great set. Both teams settling into this one nicely, 4-all in the early stages.
Yep, so Dinsdale to serve now for Leeds. A little bit of a scramble here for Urmston. And Gonda comes in with the beachy roll shot.
Very clever play that from Ngonda. Knew he couldn't get his full swing underway and just finding the gap. That's real volleyball, as the comments have said.
Great serve from him, and a rolling shot is left. Big call from the backcourt. And again, Leeds struggling with the service reception at the moment, and that line shot as well, a bit long of the baseline.
Urmston just opening up a bit of an early lead here, 7-4. A few errors coming in on the Leeds side, a couple of spikes out there.
Still out of system here for Leeds. This time the ball's in and narrowly misses the heating. A bit of a mishandle there. Oh, what a dig from Sutton to the outside. Good containing block touch. And a strong swing is put away.
First big rally of the game there, and I think Urmston have got away with one a bit there. The attempted set from Ngonda earlier in the rally was nowhere near where he was intending it, but they managed to scramble together and get the point. It's going to be a timeout from the Leeds side.
Yeah. But this is one of those things, you know, we talked a lot in the early part of the season about the rule changes this year, and there's obviously no double touch when the ball stays on your own side of the court, unless it's an obvious, like, you know,
unless
goes through your
twice.
hands and then it goes on your head and
yeah.
really hits you twice. So you could see that Urmston didn't get any advantage from that particular play. So in that context, this new rule change really helps the flow of the game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think everyone here wants to see the ball in play for as long as possible. So
exactly. Yeah, we want to see those rallies. We want to see everybody performing. But it's been a really good start for these two teams. Urmston, in particular, starting off quite strong, as Ngonda will continue his service run. It's a good pass, though, from Leeds. Good tip handling. Great swing from Tate Millard again.
don't want to give him too many chances on that outside wing. Really stretching open a lead here, Urmston. 5 points, and Leeds need to stop the rot somehow.
Good serve again. So out of system this time for Leeds. But that's a smart swing, well picked up. Tate Millard again through the block.
He signalled to the coach there. I don't think that he got anywhere near all of that, right off the fingertips, and still managed to find the gap.
Yep, so we're just going to have a substitution for Leeds as we have Treasurer Idosa coming in for Theo Hurst. Well watched there by Khan for that overpass.
This is dangerous for Leeds here. 11-4, he's been targeting that left-hand side of the court, and number 10, who is...
And a service error finally lets Leeds off the hook from that, what feels like a very long service run from Ngonda.
I think it was 7 points in a row, wasn't it? I think it had been 4-all.
Yeah, it was indeed 7 serves. As we've now got Ida Hosa coming up for his first serve of the match. And it almost looked like 2 Urmston boys attacked that ball. But
I think they did, but somehow they managed to get it.
The power of friendship indeed. I think there was a little confusion about who was the next server for Urmston, but they've settled on Khan, who makes his way back to the service line. That's a much better pass on the lead side, and well-handled kill from the middle. Okay, that's the first swing that we've seen from Kurtiak, as Ngonda puts in a good pass. Out to Tate Millard, who puts a bullet down the line.
That is a big swing. We're going to have another look at it here.
Now got Burnside up to serve. Again, decent pass here from Leeds. And that's a long shot, aiming for that back corner, but just missing. Jude just having a hard time today, keeping that ball within the length of the court. Burnside serves again, out of system again for Leeds. Good block coverage though. And good coverage from Urmston in turn. And Jury in with a quick kill from the middle.
Clever swing there. Knew he just needed to find the ground. He saw the back row of Leeds tracking backwards and just dropped it in short. And it's going to be a second Leeds timeout as they trail 15-6 here. They really need something to get back into this first set. Trailing by 9 points.
As we now have the poll at a straight 50-50 between the two sides.
Yeah, plenty of people still back in Leeds, of course, early in this game. Still, you know, you can't win a match in the first set.
That is true. Yep, we have seen teams come back, and we've seen teams come back from further down than this, and we've seen our fair share of reverse sweeps as well this season. So plenty of volleyball still to play here in this opening match. As Burnside serves again, still targeting that front court outside. This time the swing goes wide again.
Yeah, they just haven't quite found it of Leeds here. Plenty of swings going out. The passes and sets are pretty good, but those finishing touches they just can't find at the moment.
A little bit deeper this time, so it's going to be well out of system for Leeds. But what a great swing from the backcourt.
We're going to have another look at that. Pretty much the exact opposite of what I just said. The original pass wasn't the best, but somehow Leeds Gorse have come away with the point thanks to Alex Thacker over there with the huge swing.
Beautiful pass here. Out to Tate Millard on the opposite side. That brings Tate Millard up to serve. Good pass here from Leeds. Smart tip play, but well covered. And a bit unfortunate that nobody on the Urmston side was able to get that ball.
It'll be Roman Kurtiak back on the service line now for Leeds.
Out of system here for Urmston. Nice rolling shot, but well covered. Got a little setter dump. Easy rolling shot given to Leeds this time. And a bit too much line in that shot.
You wonder if they're almost going for a bit too much here, Leeds. A few points down, they're trying to find the lines and the corners. Really what they need to do is just get the ball in play.
Yep, completely agree with that. I think it's a good idea to aim for a shot if you know that you've got access to make it and you're loose enough to make it, because it's, you know, new environment, new court surface. The Terraflex is a bit different to play on. But yeah, I agree, just getting the ball in play at the moment needs to be key. As Wake serves, and great pickup on that block touch ball. And then out to Sutton for Urmston. What a pickup from the libero. It's going to be a free ball for Urmston. Beautiful pass. Good containing block touch, and unfortunately just not quite able to pick that ball up.
Brilliant scramble from the Leeds team, but eventually the pressure being put on them by Urmston paid.
Urmston doing a very good job of spreading out their offense. They are still a bit pin heavy, but still making it difficult for that Leeds block to close up. Oh, there's going to be a center line violation, which is a bit unfortunate, as that was the best line shot we've seen from the Leeds squad today. But it can be tough as you're running towards the net to keep yourself from going underneath it. Sutton puts in a very short serve. Well handled on the set. Urmston goes middle this time. Clearly they're listening to us.
Big swing there.
Yep, second kill in this match for Khan. Through that middle again. I think they're a bit pin heavy right now. So we're going to have a couple of substitutions. Change of setter on the lead side, as we have Cleary coming in for Wake. And on the Urmston side, we're going to have Ivan Cavalli come in for the person that just put in a kill, Sam Khan. The first referee is now just asking who the captain on court is, as Wake is sat on the bench. Just a reminder for those at home, as Sutton puts the serve in, when we say pin heavy, what we mean is the sets are going out to either pin rather than going to the middle in a more even distribution from the setters. But that was a beautiful swing from Thacker.
Yeah, this first set's probably gone for Leeds, but it's important that they get a few points at the end of the set to try and take some momentum into the second.
Good pass from Cowles. A setter dump.
Clever play there from Burnside. Leeds are setting themselves pretty deep in the court, worried about those kills that have been coming in on the Urmston side, and spotted the gap and found it perfectly.
That brings up Nganda to serve, who had that long service run his last time around. This is a better pass here from Leeds, but that's a very difficult set, and that ball is outside the antenna.
Two points away from this first set now, Urmston Grammar. They've made pretty light work of it so far. No nerves from them at all.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that way, but the lead service reception is starting to get back more comfortable, as we now have a kill from Jude. So we'll watch that one back. Another good pass here from Urmston, straight to the middle, but it's Tate Millard this time coming in for an unusual play.
Well, we have to take another look at that. Huge. Sets up set point for Urmston Grammar.
Ivan's first serve of this match. It's going to be out of system again for Leeds, but that's a good high ball. Well passed from the pipe. And the first pipe attack that we see of the day is unfortunately out from Ngonda. But you love to see the versatility of these teams.
Yeah, 13 set points is probably the perfect time to try something out.
And Thacker, who has been so effective from the attack line, both front and back court, now puts in an ace to keep Leeds in this first set. Urmston go middle, and it's covered, and the cover is a kill. So libero kill to finish out set number 1. And you can see how much that means to his teammates as they all congratulate him.
Well, pretty comfortable going there in the first set for Urmston Grammar. 25 points to 13. Plenty of errors early on from Leeds. They seem to have found their footing a bit by the end of that second set. But Urmston Grammar took no time at all to warm up to the task, and it shows on the scoreboard there.
Yeah, it does. And I mean, Tate Millward for Urmston seems to be unstoppable at the moment, coming in at 7 kills in that first set. I don't think he's been blocked, and I think maybe only 1 or 2 of his attacks might have been dug.
Yeah, I can't think of any blocks coming in, really.
No, I think we've actually had 0 blocks in the match so far.
Yeah.
But you could start to see towards the end of that set, both teams are starting to adapt to what their opponents are doing, so we might see some blocking. You know, we saw some good containing block touches in the latter half of that set. As I can see, we're watching the Leeds huddle. Oh, we're going away from it now, but Nelson Marengua is kneeling down and is still more than half the height of most of his players. Interesting to see him as the head coach here. Obviously, he is still supported by some of the Leeds coaching famous. We've got Pete Mikowski, of course, and Elaine Brown is also down there at the moment, just giving a bit of extra direction to their setter, Finley Wake. And then on the Urmston side, looking very serious down there, despite them having a really comfortable set number 1. Do you think we'll see any changes?
It doesn't look like they're changing anything on the Leeds side, I don't think. I think, as we said, they were beginning to find their footing a bit more at the end of that first set. So I think the coach backing his players here to come out in the second set a bit stronger. We've got Treasure Idahosa staying on court. He subbed about halfway through that first set, and he will start this second set, it looks like.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect any changes on the Urmston side. I can see Tate Millward, Khan, Ngonda, Cowles, Jury, Sutton. Yeah, and Burnside.
There's still plenty of support coming in for Leeds Gorse, particularly on the live chat, saying Leeds never win finals 3-0. So, you know, still plenty of opportunities to come back into this one. 1-0 is by no means a irreversible deficit.
We've got some suggestions of a 3-1 classic. We will see here shortly, as we're just about to kick off set number 2 with Captain Max Burnside to serve for Urmston Grammar. It's a good serve to start with, but again, that service reception from Leeds is getting better, but a bit of an awkward swing. And the block touch is not good, so Jury puts that ball away.
I suppose the only positive there for Leeds is that the block is now coming up, and it is in the right place. They just need to get it a bit stronger.
Yeah. Oh, that's a beautiful pass here. Much better set, and it looked like there might have been a block touch, but nope, just a little wide.
they've been targeting Christian Jude all game so far with the serves. I think about 75% of the Urmston Grammar serves have gone his way. And he's definitely warming up to the task here.
And this time the middle takes the ball. It's a bit awkward. Weird block touch, but interesting. Is this going to be called for a double? Nope, we've got a net touch or a center line violation.
I think it might have been centre line. I think Jury came slightly underneath the net there. He thought the ball was still on his own side of the net, but I
was expecting a whistle on that play anyway, because that ball looked like it was a double touch, and then it actually crossed the plane of the net. So, and that's a really great line shot there from Sutton.
Yeah, not much space to work with, but the little space he had, he used to full effect.
Which brings up Tate Miller to serve for Urmston. Still out of system here for Leeds, so they're going to go backcourt opposite. Between the block, that's a great swing. And Gonda goes, just tags the line.
Great scramble, a great touch from Burnside with the chicken wing coming in there. And Urmston have once again began this second set very well.
Out of system again here for Leeds. This time, that ball goes just long. Tate Millward continues to serve. Better pass this time. Giving a better opportunity for Leeds, but again, still just going a bit long there. This time it's Dinsdale.
It's going to be another timeout for Leeds Gorse. I think they need their fans to get behind them a bit here. There's plenty in. We heard them cheer before the game. It's just been a bit quiet. And, you know, when the team is down, it's sort of when you need your support the most. And currently it seems the support is a bit down alongside the team.
Yes, yeah. But again, I think similar to what you were saying in the first set, it still looks like they're aiming for those deep corners. You know, maybe just bring it in a little bit. Yeah, Urmston might dig the ball. Great.
Yeah.
But at least you're keeping it in play.
Yeah, you have to force them to do something because...
as we can see, Urmston already back on the court. Leeds now making their way out. As Tate Miller will continue his service run. That's not a great pass out of the timeout, but a nice high out-of-system ball. It's going to be a free ball for Urmston. That's a decent dig, but it's going to be, oh, well saved. Oh, how unfortunate.
Great save from Isaac Dinsdale, I think it was, and then just couldn't quite put the finishing touches on it. Could the libero Clayforth.
Not the best pass, but well managed. That's a good containing block touch and well watched from the defense. Oh, that's a beautiful dig here from Thacker. And the rolling shot's picked up. Set goes out and a good scramble on lead side, but again, just not quite able to get that ball back over the net. That was a very smart tip.
Urmston racing off to an 8-1 start here.
That's a better pass this time. This time that serve attacked into the bottom half of the net from Thacker. He was so reliable in that first set, and he's had a couple of errors already in this second set. As they've got their bench now shouting at them. Well watched again here from Urmston. Big swing. Big swing indeed. Finally a kill on the board in this second set for Leeds. As Isaac Dinsdale gives them the point.
Some good support coming in from the Leeds bench now, which is exactly what they need. The body language was just a bit flat at the start of this second set, and they need to grow into it and build some momentum here.
White puts in a good serve, but it's well handled. And this time Jury goes wide of the sideline.
almost seemed like he had too much time there. Just had about 6 options in his head of where he could go, and ended up not really picking any of them.
That's a good flat serve. Not the best handling, but it does go straight at the setter. But what a line shot from Sutton.
You've seen him pick out both lines now in this set, and we're going to take another look at that one.
As Jury now comes in. That's a nice high serve, but again, not the best handling. And the tape roller this time from Dinsdale. Another kill for him. That puts him in the backcourt serving. Really out of system here for Urmston. What a smart play, but very well picked up. A scramble here for Leeds. Good block coverage. And the out of system set is gone down the line. And we have the kick save, but that ball is called as a lift. Ooh.
I mean, I don't think Urmston would have got that back in play anyway, but brilliant scramble and possibly a slightly harsh call. And Leeds trying to build some momentum here. The crowd is definitely warming up as they've won a few points here.
Yeah. Ooh, and that is an interesting serve. I mean, Dinsdale gets very close to the sideline when he's serving the ball. You have to have taken off from within, between the 2 dashes back there. So I like the corner-to-corner type serve. Again, not the best of passes, so only one option here for Leeds, but good block coverage. Straight back out to the outside. And good coverage on the Urmston side as well. And again, Urmston using the outside hand of those blockers.
Good play there from Ngonda. Knew he couldn't get his full swing again and found the edge of the block and saw it out of the court.
So Sutton to serve. That's a good set though. And straight down the front of the Urmston block.
Nice swing from Thacker there. On the lead side, there's going to be a substitution. It is Rihan Sheikh coming on for Treasure Idahosa, and he'll be straight onto the service line here at 12-5 and 12-6 in the second set.
And that serve into the net, bit unfortunate. So we're going to see no reversal of that serving sub right now. That's a much better pass here from Leeds. And a great swing from the middle. And somehow covered from Urmston, but doesn't make its way into the court on the Leeds side.
Well, this gap is by no means unassailable. 13-7, and it was 8-1 at one point, so they've closed the gap a little and are just holding it for the moment. If they can find a run of 2 or 3 points, they're right back in this set.
That's a good block. And really well watched there from Wake on Burnside on the other side of the court. I'll put that down as our first block of the match.
Think so.
Good to see the blocks starting to form up better on both sides here. As that pipe shot's over, but really well covered there. Oh, and an awkward shot sends Urmston scrambling. Somehow get that ball back over legally. As we see Wake playing on the outside right now. And this time, the point goes to Urmston as Tate Millward goes block out.
Well, it wasn't the prettiest point. Didn't come straight out of the volleyball textbook, but all we need to do is keep the ball alive and find some way of winning the point.
So the serve this time goes to the opposite. And that block touch puts the defense off on the Urmston side. And Leeds are well and truly competing in this second set now. Great swing from Thacker. That serve. Setter dump is covered. And the returning dump from the middle.
Just a bit of miscommunication. It looked like Joe Cowles almost just stood there stuck in his tracks and watched that ball drop.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly who he thought was going to get that, because that is a libero ball all day. And then a mishandle on the serve reception. And the second block of the match, and a big one at that.
Roman Kurtiak, and it's a Leeds, an Urmston Grammar timeout here. Leeds are bringing the noise now, and they are well and truly back in this game at 14-11.
Massive comeback from this Leeds squad. I have really enjoyed watching the defensive scramble on both sides of the net in this second set, though. It looks like both teams are, I guess, fully warmed up now. It is quite cold in this hall to me. I'm stood here and I'm freezing to death. I don't know how you feel.
I mean, I was expecting it to be warmer, because it's a lovely day outside, nice and sunny, but got the aircon on in here or something.
Yes, and I'm sure as the day wears on it will get warmer, but at the moment, with it being just the first match of the day, there's only so much body heat getting pumped out. So come down to the Sir David Wallace Sports Hall and help us warm it up. That's a very tight pass. Oh, and the overpass becomes a kill.
I didn't really see what happened there.
So Dinsdale went to go and block the setter. Setter doesn't actually touch the ball, so it's just like a wipes off his hand and lands. That's, yeah, interesting one. As Burnside now goes up to serve, and a tight pass in return, but well managed. So out of system, out to Dinsdale. That's a good swing, but again, really great defense on the Urmston side. Ooh, that's a very tough ball, but good from Thacker there to get a swing out of that. Awkward tip. And some self-cover. No double touch called. And that tip is covered as well. Really good scramble, very long rally. And somehow that ball goes to Leeds.
Again, wasn't pretty, but it's those sort of points that Leeds need and that build momentum on their side. And the substitution that was made earlier is going to be reversed as Treasure Idahosa comes back onto the court.
Yeah, I think that was a serving and potentially defense after the serve substitution, so unsurprising to see that one reversed. That's a good serve here. And some great defense. And another setter dump, but well watched from Urmston. Tate Millward puts in a rolling shot and it comes straight back over. This time he puts some power on it and puts it away.
Well, he had one chance and he wasn't going to let the second go begging.
Out to the outside, and again, this time an error. I think just slightly overran that ball. That's a good pass here from Leeds. But an awkward set, it's a little too wide, so we're going to have an out of system. It's a free ball coming back to Leeds. Much better set this time. Big swing and a great block out kill from Dinsdale.
It's been a bit scrappy this second set. Lots of out of system plays and free balls coming back over. But it's made it an interesting watch and an exciting game to watch.
That's a great serve from the Leeds captain. Out of system again for Urmston. And some defense as well, so it's going to be out of system coming back, but it's going to be a free ball. Big swing from Nganda.
Came charging in at that one. We're going to take another look. And that was never coming back.
Jury with a shorter serve. It's a bit tight, so it's going to be an ace for him.
Leeds will call the timeout here, their second one, as they now trail by 6 points coming towards the end. They had got right back into it, and Urmston Grammar heads were beginning to drop a bit, but they've managed to wrestle back the momentum. And
yeah,
once
Leeds
again
getting as close as 3 points behind. Now that gap opening right back up. And at the business end of the set as well, there's always that mental element of when your opponent hits 20 before you do.
Yeah, it always feels like you can come back into a set, but when it reaches 20 and there's still a bit of the gap, it's definitely psychologically harder to see yourself getting back into the set.
Although I do think we saw a team in the Super League this season come down from 18-24 behind to win a set, as that ball is going to be called a lift. Bit of an awkward one. Ooh, confusion on the lead side on who was going to take that ball. And a big swing, but straight into the antenna. We're going to have a sub for Leeds, as we're going to see Dinsdale come off and be replaced.
Polanski, I think.
Yes. So Isaac Dinsdale is off for Alex Polanski. Better pass this time. It's a good swing, but well contained again. The Urmston defense has been really solid. Oh, great pancake. And that ball is just long. As we see in that particular rally, libero comes off for Leeds. We've got Roman Kurtiak in the service reception and actually swung at that pipe ball. There was a foot fault on Jury. First one of those today.
Probably won't be the last.
We'll see. Something about the Terraflex always draws some foot faults. There's a reasonable amount of space back there to serve. Oh, that's a great serve from Polanski. Really out of system here for Urmston. But Ngonda with the power swing.
Huge coming in. It wasn't off the best pass, but he made the best of it.
So difficult to swing at that ball from coming from behind your shoulder, as we're going to have a sub on the Urmston side as well. So we have Oscar Martis coming in for Burnside. So change of setter. Set and serve is reasonably managed, and again, that ball just goes long. That brings up set point for Urmston to take a 2-0 lead. That's a very short, high serve from Sutton. Straight back to the outside. Good containing block touch. And Ngonda from the outside puts one away to close it out.
Well, there it is. We're going to take another look at that set-winning spike. Another pretty comfortable set there for Urmston Grammar. Leeds looked back into it. Their fans were starting to make some noise, as was the bench. But then again, just going a bit flat towards the end as soon as they started losing a few points. And I have to say, actually, there was some predictions that this second set would be 25-14 in the live chat, and it was indeed. So well done to whoever predicted that correctly.
We've got some of the Urmston Grammar boys dancing. I think head coach, they're just saying, let's calm down, because this is where things can get dangerous for a team. They feel comfortable. They're 2 sets still up. They've had 2 comfortable victories. But will Leeds come out with a bit more fire? They played really well in that second set. If they can continue some of the things that they were doing well, especially in the middle parts of that second set, this could be really competitive going into the third.
Yeah, certainly. They've played really well in patches, and if they can manage to string that together, then they're going to be really dangerous here at Leeds. And I think it was on this exact court, was it, that we saw the Bucks final. Nottingham won the first 2 sets pretty comfortably against Newcastle, and then came back and turned it into a thriller. So
exactly,
it's been done.
Right, we've got some predictions for the third set. We'll be back in just a couple of moments' time for set number 3. All right, welcome back for the start of this set number 3 in the under-16 boys GP final between Urmston Grammar and Leeds Gorse, as Urmston Grammar now lead 2-0. Will this be the set where Leeds turns it around, or is it going to be the set where Urmston take home the trophy?
Well, we've got a prediction coming in that it's going to be 36-34 to Leeds. I have to say, if that is the case, I think, well, it's certainly going to be dramatic if that is the case, but
we've got a serve to start us off, and it does put Urmston out of system. That rolling shot is well handled. Out to the outside. Great swing to start things from Leeds, with Isaac Dinsdale putting them on the board first.
yeah, I mean, Leeds can definitely get back into this game. We've seen what they can do in patches, and Dinsdale has had a few great swings like that. Unfortunately, it's probably been balanced out by the amount of errors he's made. And if they can cut out the errors, they'll be dangerous here.
Yeah, as we see Urmston giving Leeds a free ball. So back out to the outside. Smart tip, but well covered by Urmston. The rolling shot is well picked up, but it's going to be a free ball coming back. Exactly the type of pass that Urmston needed, and they run a quick ball to the outside. Well covered. Oh my goodness, what in the world? Please can we watch that again? No, okay. Unfortunately, we can't watch that again.
I don't think Urmston realised the ball was still in play there. It looked like Tate Millard was walking off the court.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what they thought was happening, but that ball definitely landed in. And we're going to have a center line violation by Burnside, trying to keep himself out of the net there.
Well, this is the perfect start for Leeds. 3-0, a couple of interesting points, and but it's exactly what they needed to begin this third set and try and get back into this game.
Out of system again for Urmston. Tate Millward gets a containing block touch. Leeds try to cover, but this time Jury's kill puts a point on the board for Urmston.
Leeds' libero was a bit slow to get up after that one, but he looks all right.
And Leeds out of system, but to the back. Interesting overhand pass there, as Tate Millward tries to go for a cheeky roll shot out of the backcourt. But into the net. And it's Urmston Grammar this time coming up with the majority of errors in the start of set number 3. Nganda's roll shot is almost covered, but that's a smart play. Jury serves. Good pass. Tip from the middle, but well covered. Nganda from the outside.
Well, you don't want to give him a clean swing like that with that power across the court.
Yep.
We've seen it a few times on display, and again in full flow here.
Short serve from Jury, but good pass here. But unfortunately, that ball was a bit wider than Dinsdale was expecting it to be.
Good attempt to recover, but couldn't quite get it over. And Urmston draw back level at 4-all. They started a bit slowly to this third set. Maybe had just relaxed slightly, but they're back on it now.
Beautiful pass there from Leeds. And well covered by Urmston. And a big block from the Leeds captain. And it's going to be free ball to Leeds. And Dinsdale is shut down.
The block from Sutton, we're going to take another look at it. And didn't they like that? Urmston Grammar team loving that effort from Sutton. Gets them into the lead in this third set.
Wow, Dinsdale comes back and says, I didn't like that. Let's try something different.
Yeah, it's a battle of the number twos at the moment on either side of the net, and both of them throwing heavy punches there.
As Wake heads back to the service line for Leeds. Cowell struggles with that ball, so it's going to be out of system for Urmston. And this time Sutton puts his own kill down. Short serve from Sutton. It's a decent pass. Great dig from Urmston here. And a big block touch gives Nganda that kill.
It's important that Leeds don't let this lead get away from them. They showed signs of a comeback, but they won't want to have to rely on it in this set. Another kill coming in from Dinsdale, who's really warming to the task in this third set. That's his third kill already of the set.
Interesting as well to see Leeds continue with having Kurtiak in the backcourt in place of the libero. And a huge out-of-system pass, ace, as it were, for Leeds. Puts them back level.
Just a bit wild from Dinsdale, perhaps going for a bit more with the adrenaline of that ace on the previous point.
Yeah, one ace, one service here, though. We've said it before in a few matches, you know, a 50% record in that way is not a bad thing from the service line. Thacker from the opposite. Great dig, but straight back over the net. And we're going to have a swing from the setter. And the one-arm stab keeps it in play, and unfortunately that ball is just wide.
Great dig from Leeds to keep the rally going, but on that backcourt swing, Ngonda just saw the court open up for him, really. No one anywhere near in position to try and block that.
Free ball here from Leeds. That's well covered. And that looked like a net touch. Yep, okay. We are going to get a net touch. been told by JC that I need to give the referees time to think. No, I have zero patience. I'm not a patient person, sorry. And that serve into the net from Ida Hosa, who we do see come off for the libero. Clayforth comes back on. Better pass here from Leeds. Big swing on the line.
Roman Kurtiak coming in with that swing. We're going to take another look at it. They haven't been using that middle option too much in this game, as you've mentioned, but using it to full effect there.
That ball might have been out, but Tate Millward plays it. That looks like it was going to be a lot closer, honestly.
And just like that, Leeds are back level.
And we have a battle here in this third set. Good pass here from Urmston. And Jury's just over the top of Kurtiak.
We highlighted his height before the game, and if he gets the perfect set, he's going to be very hard to stop.
A little bit of a question here from Wake to the first referee. Not exactly sure what the deal was. Just wanted to have a chat according to JC. Out of system here for Leeds. Decent swing, but great dig again from Cowles. And a big block from Kurtiak that time. But this time, Tate Millward goes around.
He wasn't going to be blocked twice in a row.
Burnside's serve is not the best handled. Net tape is moving, but no net call. Not sure exactly what's happened as that rolling shot goes long. We're going to have a sub for Leeds now as Jude comes off, and we see Alexander Polanski come back on, who came on in the last set to great effect. Good pass there from Polanski for his first touch. And then a big swing to follow that up.
Into the game and straight into the action.
Yeah, a pass and a kill on your first point. That's pretty good going.
It's exactly what Leeds needed as well. Urmston had won 3 points on the bounce before that.
Yeah.
And he'll go back to the service line now. Can't keep him out of the game.
That's a good serve, but Cowles does well to get a decent pass in. Good dig. And that swing is wide this time from Dinsdale. Tate Millward serves. It's a good pass from the backcourt through the gap in the block.
Nice swing coming in there from Thacker, who alongside Dinsdale on this Leeds side has shown that both can be dangerous.
So we've got Kurtiak back to serve. Beautiful pass from Cowles. Quick ball to the outside, but good dig there. Dinsdale is dug, as is Ngonda. Dinsdale's blocked but covered. To the pipe. Rolling shot's too easy for Polanski. Thacker from the backcourt goes high hands.
Well, that's a huge point for Leeds to win. You heard the roar after that ball hit the floor. And, you know, they are in this game and they believe they can win it at this point, I think. There was a bit of a lack of belief at times during that second set.
Cowles again with a good pass. Ngonda's roll shot's well covered. Thacker has an open net. And Urmston go pipe again. That's a good dig, though, from Polanski. But it's going to be a weird free ball. And a tip, easy as you like from Jury.
Left-handed tip, I think that was as well.
Well spotted.
And he'll go straight back to the service line.
Good pass again from Polanski. And that's straight back over from Tate Millward on that dig. So Dinsdale tries again, and it's up off of Jury's. Ooh. That looked up to me. It was a good chase from Urmston. But instead, that goes down as a kill. That was a great swing from Dinsdale, but I thought Jury's positioning was just good enough to keep that ball in play. First referee wanting to speak to the captain. I think this is just about the descent off of the back of that call. Players just saying that they thought it was up as well.
I think the message back there from Burnside was, guys, shut up.
Straight to the point. Efficient. Good captaining. As that brings the Leeds captain up to the service line, as the crowd here is filling out quite nicely. We had a block and cover. And Gonda rolls into the net.
And we're back level in the third set. It's been topsy-turvy. And Urmston are going to call a timeout.
Straight away with that timeout. No hesitation whatsoever. Interesting.
Difficult to know which way this third set is going to go.
If it stays competitive, you're right, we can go either way. But we want it to stay competitive. I mean, we've got a good crowd now. The City GP is still going on court number 2. If you're curious about that, do tune in if you want to watch some of that. But we do have a good crowd here as people are filtering their way in for this game and the games that will follow. On this court, we will have the women's shield match with an expected 1:30 p.m. first serve after this. I hope that's correct. That is correct. Good. JC's telling me I haven't messed up that time. As Wake kicks us back off after that timeout. Awkward handling from Tate Millward. Gives Dinsdale the opportunity to block that ball. This time targeting Sutton. So out of system, he gets the ball back.
Well, again, finding it difficult to handle the Finn Wake serve here. And it's a 2-point lead for Leeds.
That one was going awfully close to the line. And Gonda with a big swing, but, well, so unfortunate. Great positioning, great watch, but just a mishandling of that ball from Clayforth. Big block touch from Burnside, I think, there. And an absolute roof.
Huge block coming in there. The Urmston Grammar side couldn't contain their excitement at that one from Ngonda.
I mean, for a 16-year-old to get that sort of press over this net, that is highly impressive. Huge from Ngonda there.
Such a crucial time as well in this third set to pull out one like that.
Bit unfortunate there, that set just going a bit too wide. I think Finley Wake just saying to his teammates, I do apologize for that. Not the best pass, so it's going to be, I was going to say free ball, but extra free.
Timeout leads Gorse now.
Unsurprising.
And yeah, this next point, crucial. We can't really afford to go 3 points down here at 2017.
Yeah, just a couple of moments ago, as a reminder, Leeds was up 17-15. They are now down 17-19. At the moment, Urmston looking like they are more in control, despite the slightly wobbly start off of the back of their timeout. So the question is, will Leeds perform better coming off of their own timeout, or will they have the same struggles that Urmston did in those first couple of points as we see Sutton make his way back to the service line? Good pass. It's a good dig from Urmston. Setter dump is almost covered. That's well watched from Polanski, but that's a smart play there from Burnside.
Yeah, very clever from Burnside. And gets Urmston to that magical 20-point mark.
Short serve from Sutton. Beautiful pass. And a great swing. Textbook volleyball.
Absolutely. Gets them back within 2.
Isaac Dinsdale just puts that ball over the net. Sutton from the backcourt puts in a tip, but it's well covered. Scramble on the lead side. That ball goes out to Nganda. Good dig, but it's going to be out of system. Polanski with a swing, but dug. This time Nganda goes well long.
Brilliant scramble throughout that rally, just when Leeds needed it. They are not going out without a fight here.
That serve looked to have had some pace on it, but didn't make it past the net tape. Gone to serve. Well handled by Polanski, who gets it straight back. Good swing and great dig again from Cowles. And a roof on Tate Millward.
Alex Thacker with the block. We're going to take another look at it. Another huge play from Leeds.
We're going to see that serving substitution for Leeds made again, as we see Rian Shaikh come on to serve for his middle treasurer, Ida Osa.
Pressure on this serve, coming fresh into the game at such a crucial time.
Good serve, but great pass here from Urmston to Khan from the back, and it's blocked.
I think that might have been going out.
It was going to be very close, very close.
Yeah, you certainly can't blame Burnside for trying to play it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Good as well to see a setter doing some block coverage. Usually they're watching the ball. No offense to any setters out there. Oh, that's good coverage from the serving sub. Urmston go out to Tate Millward, who puts the ball down.
Well, he made sure that one wasn't coming back. We've seen him time and time again in this game. One of the stars of this Urmston Grammar side.
As Khan serves for Urmston Grammar. This time out to the opposite, as Tate Millward got a good containing block touch on that, but chose not to play it.
Yeah, pointed to his head after that point, maybe forgetting that you can, of course, touch it again after a block touch. Sort of your natural instinct once you've just touched the ball is to move away from it. And
decent pass there from Urmston, straight to the middle. And somehow the one-arm stab keeps it in play. And good defense as well to keep it in play. Thacker from the backcourt. That one goes well long. But some good fight from both teams here at the business end of this set. Urmston Grammar 23 points, Leeds Gorse 22, as Leeds takes their second timeout.
Nervy moments here on both sides of the net. Urmston 2 points away from the title, but Leeds, if they win this set, are right back in the game. And just a quick word from the Leeds coach, who are already back out on court.
Burnside to serve. That's a good dig from Sutton there. And Tate Millward's dig does make its way to the floor.
Great play from Tate Millard, sets up match point for Urmston. The crowd making some noise here.
That's a good serve. It's going to be out of system, though, for Leeds here as Polanski gets that ball. Blocked but covered. Goes over the net. Out to Tate Millward, who's blocked to keep Leeds in this match.
An agonising wait for the Leeds team, as all they could do was watch that ball drop. Lands just inside the line, and the first match point is defended.
That's an out-of-system pass. Sutton from the outside is dug, but a net touch is called on Leeds, which means that Urmston take the under-16 boys GP.
Well, a slightly anticlimactic way to finish that, but what a strong performance from Urmston Grammar, winning in 3 sets. 25-13, 25-14, 25-23. Brilliant fight from Leeds Gorse, particularly in that final set. Really coming back into it. But congratulations to Urmston Grammar.
Yeah, huge congratulations to them, especially taking that in 3 straight sets. It's never an easy ask when it comes to any competition final, but huge performance from them from the start. But yeah, great performance from Leeds, especially parts of that second set, but that third set was much more of what we would have expected from them. And I know that we will continue to see them competing at a similar level in the years to come. I know some of these players will be making their way into the under-18s group next year as well.
Yeah, and I think we'll see some of them again this weekend, won't we? There's a few 14-year-olds in that side who might be playing again tomorrow. But they can be proud of the effort they've put in. I think they'll be particularly happy that that last set they put up a good showing of themselves. And, you know, so it wasn't a complete walkover for the Urmston Grammar boys, which it looked like it could have been after that first set.
Yep, definitely.
As we see the Urmston Grammar team go across.
All right, we do apologize. We just had some technical difficulties that meant that the stream went down for a couple of moments. So they're just going through the medal presentations for our runners-up for the Under-16 Grand Prix, which was the Leeds Gorse Under-16 boys, starting with their captain, number 1, Finley Wake. Their starting libero, number 15, Logan Clayforth, followed by outside Isaac Dinsdale. Outside, Rian Shaikh, who came in for that serving substitution. Number 4, setter Finley Cleary. Number 5, middle Roman Kurtiak, who was really great today. Number 8, Alex Thacker. Number 9, Theo Hurst. Number 10, outside Christian Jude. Number 12, outside Alexander Polanski, who did a great job coming in to shore up the defense and the serve receive. Number 14, middle treasure Ida Hosa. Number 15, sorry, already done the libero. Number 16, their second libero, Elliot Truman. And of course, thanks to their coaching staff as well, led up by Nelson Marengua, as we now have the Under-16 Grand Prix winners medals being handed out, starting with their captain, number 7, Max Burnside. And their libero, who I thought was excellent today, number 18, Joe Cowles. Number 3, Kyron Tate Millward. Number 2, opposite Archie Sutton. Number 8, George Houston. Number 9, Mohau Ngonda. Number 20, Oscar Martis. Number 27, Ivan Kovali. Number 42, Sam Jury. And number 44, their other middle, Sam Khan. And of course, thank you to their coaching staff as well, headed up by their head coach, Howard Ainsworth. And a special thank you as well to our refereeing and technical staff for this match, as well as all of the volunteers who participated, as in just a moment's time as well, they're going to announce the MVP for this match.
So today's MVP is and they were in agreement with us. It goes to Kyron Tate Millard. A brilliant performance from the outside throughout the game, who came in with 12 kills across the match, and yeah, it was excellent.
Great passing, some good defensive moments as well. A little bit of a football happening out there on the court.
Yeah, and an all-round player, as we're going to see them lift the trophy now. So congratulations to Urmston Grammar, a much-deserved victory in this Under-16 Grand Prix final.
And a huge congratulations as well to the Leeds Gorse Under-16 boys for making it all the way here and being our national runners-up. I know it's been a long season for all of the junior teams, making it through each of the Grand Prix pools and coming out on top. It's really impressive stuff. Yeah,
absolutely. It will be a tough day for now, and it will sting for maybe the next day or two, but I'm sure when they look back across the season, Leeds Gorse will know that they have put up a brilliant performance across the season and at times today as well.
Definitely. So, as mentioned previously, we will catch you guys live again here in about 40-ish minutes. I'm sure that somebody will tell me I'm wrong about that. As we have our next match on court number 1 will be the Women's National Shield Final with a first service time of 1:30, and that's going to be between the Reading Aces women and Cambridge Volleyball Club women's 2. We will catch you there shortly. Thank you, Oliver.
Thank you.
Great match.
Yeah.
Hope to see you again.
Yes, well, I'm on court 2 later today, so for the under 16 girls final. So
exciting stuff.
Yeah.
We'll catch you there then.
Yes.
Right. On behalf of all of the staff here at Volleyball England, thank you guys very much. We'll catch you shortly.
The